Alright everybody, I just left my spot and oh man, he's hit a score. All of this goodness, $100. 2 Zeldas, Mario Party 3, Mario 64, and a Great Purple N64, complete with expansion pack. Pokemon Stadium 2, some good stuff. $100. Did not want to pass it up. It is ruthless over there. I could not believe it, man. People were trying to pull stuff out of my. That guy tried to pull it out of my hands. F that. So, yeah, it's a good day already. I wasn't even gonna argue on the price. $100. Wasn't even gonna argue. Especially when there's like 4 other people that would have paid more than that right next to me. That's how ruthless the swap meet's getting. So, yeah. It's really dark. I'm gonna walk around for a little bit more. I'm gonna put this in my backpack so nobody sees it. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I actually went back to my guy and he had some more stuff. Another guy came up, he's like, hey, he said he was setting stuff aside for you. I don't know if I missed out on games or what, but I got this Game Boy printer with extra paper, so that's pretty cool. And then 2 Pokemon manuals and a Zelda Link's Awakening, Game Boy. $5, pretty good. I think I'm about to go pick up a PS3 right now. $10, so it's the backwards compatible one. So we'll see. Yeah, if I find anything else, I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, so I got the PS3. It's $10, so take a shot if it works. Not, whatever. I think I'm done here today. Not a lot today, and got a bunch of other stuff I gotta do today, so I'm not gonna be here for a few hours. But yeah, I found some good stuff. My guy hit it big. I mean, it sucks that I should have waited around a little bit, but that's how I do it. I usually try to get in and get out. I didn't know he hit another box of stuff. But whatever. Probably missed out on a Pokemon, something stupid that I already have. I think whoever came and got those games missed out on the Game Boy printer with a brand new roll of paper and then one that was in there. So yeah, pretty good day. So everything else you guys are gonna see is gonna be from Sunday. So see you guys then. You happen to have like other game stuff?
I have PlayStation 2.
Okay.
Just don't have the wires for it.
And what about like games?
Games, yeah, actually, probably should be right there with one of those.
All right. One of these two that are stacked?
Yeah.
All right.
No, not right now.
What's up, everybody? So, you guys saw that other clip. I did end up buying that PS1 with the screen, and then I got two Game Boy Game Boy and a Game Boy Advance game for 10 bucks. And just right now for 45, I got a stack of games like Smash Brothers Brawl, some Sega Genesis stuff, a PS2 Slim, a silver one. So pretty good for 45. Had to kind of wait around for it. But yeah, I'm just walking around right now. So when I find something else, I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, all done at the swap meet. It was pretty good today. Started out with PS1 with a screen. I didn't have one of those, and I kind of been wanting one for a while now. They're kind of expensive, and so I got a pretty good deal on it. And some of the stuff you guys didn't see, I got a disc-only copy of Def Jam, Fight for NY, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. This one's pretty cool. Metal Gear Solid The Essential Collection, PS2. This one's actually really cool too. Pigskin Foot Brawl for the Genesis. It looks pretty crazy. Pretty typical weird Genesis title. And then some other stuff. I got a PS2 Slim in here. Smash Brothers Brawl, a couple PS3 games. So pretty good. Just those two pickups. It wasn't really that much else. It wasn't really no like yard sales and stuff, so a lot of people who find their stuff through yard sales, they didn't find anything, and I guess the storage units weren't as great this week, but still some alright stuff. So yeah, when I get home, I'll get everything together from Wednesday and from today and show you guys what I got. What's up, everybody? So I am filming this pickups portion immediately after I just filmed the pickup portion for the garage sale video. Just trying to knock these out real quick so I can have the videos ready to go. Trying to get a little more on top of that one. But yeah, really good week for swap meets. I started the week out really strong. So I'm definitely stoked about this week. I found some really nice stuff. So I went out Wednesday like I usually do. Went out on Thursday. Didn't do any filming on Thursday because it was kind of just like a whatever last minute type of thing. I found a few things. And then today found some really good stuff. So let's jump into Wednesday. First thing, I went to my guy and waited around a little bit. And he pulled out a box and this was in it. Great Purple N64 expansion pack. Controller, pretty good thumbstick. And then transfer pack, and then a bunch of games. There's 7 games here. We've got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Zelda Ocarina of Time, and then Zelda Ocarina of Time, so times 2. And then Super Mario 64, Pokemon Stadium 2, Mario Party 3, and Donkey Kong 64. Now, that transfer pack leads me to believe that there was Pokemon games there. So, I got the N64 and I, got out of there real quick, searching for something else. Well, a little later, another guy came up, and this guy, before that, he tried to rip the box out of my hand of the N64. I don't know if he knew what it was, because he usually doesn't buy that stuff. He doesn't buy video games. He buys, like, electronics and cables and stuff. So then he comes up to me, and he's like, hey, he pulled out another box of games, and I was like, oh, crap. So I went back over there, and the box was set out, but you could tell probably somebody already bought all the stuff. But they left some okay stuff behind. So I got the manuals for Zelda Link's Awakening, and then 2 trainer's guides for Pokemon Red. Now this would have been cool if I didn't already pay for a manual for my Pokemon Red that I have. So now I got 2 extra ones. And then the Game Boy printer in fantastic shape with an extra roll. There was no cable, but I have a cable for it. So the initial N64, I paid $100 for that bundle. Wasn't even going to argue the price. There was a bunch of people around, and I had to grab it. $100 is really decent for that. And then when I came back, I got that other stuff for $5. So $105, not a bad deal at all. So when I was looking at this next thing, that's when the guy came up and told me about it. So I rushed over there and then came back and bought this. So for $10, I got PS3 Fat. The only reason I bought this one is because it has the 4 USBs in the front. So this is the backwards compatible one. Well, when I got home, of course, it had, yellow light of death. So I tried the blow dryer trick on it twice, and first time it didn't work, but the second time it did. So it works, but it doesn't play discs. So I might just try to crack it open and see what's up with that, because I'd really like to have this so that I could play PS2 and PS1 games on. So yeah, $10 for that. And then last pickup for Wednesday, another $10, Mario Party 6. Just asked this guy, if he had any video games, and at first he said no, and then he's like, oh wait, I have Mario Party, and I was like, okay, which one? And he shows it to me. It was missing the manual, but the disc was pretty good, and $10 was really fair, so $10 on that. Okay, so that was it for Wednesday. Tuesday, let's see here. I went to the swap meet. I don't usually go, but I decided to go this time, and it kind of paid off. So the first guy we were walking by, and he had a bunch of electronics out, a whole bunch of stuff, and I asked him if he had any video games, because I noticed there was a Game Boy Advance, really horrible shape. So at first he said no, and he's like, wait, I have a Dreamcast. So pulls it out. So it's a Dreamcast controller with memory card, came with the cables and everything, and then one game. NFL 2K. Nothing special. You guys can see it in there. No big deal. That, and then I picked this out. Now this is in pretty bad shape. I was gonna try to clean it up. The only reason I got this is because on the front it says Game Boy is for display only. Unit will not work if separated from display. So this was a display unit, which is really freaking cool. I mean, I wish it was in better shape, but I mean, the fact that it was a display unit, that's amazing. So pretty cool. I got both of those for $10, so that's an amazing deal. Okay, next, there wasn't a lot there that day. A lot of people that usually have stuff, the times that I have gone, didn't have anything. So this guy, he had a folder full of games, and this is the only one I pulled out for $1. MDK for the PS1, so pretty cool. And then last but not least, for $3 each, and I pick these up every single time I find them. It's always good to have extra power adapters. NES power adapters, so $3 each, not a bad deal at all. Alright, so that was it for Thursday. Let's move on to Sunday. So this was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting a whole lot, just because there wasn't so many yard sales and stuff posted this weekend, and I hadn't heard anything about people finding stuff in storage units. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but I found some good stuff. So first off, I walk up with this guy, and he usually has games, always different stuff. So this is the first thing I saw: a PS1 with the screen. Now the hinges I think is broke, but I'm gonna try to open it up and fix it. I haven't had a chance to test it out yet, but it's a really nice shape other than the hinge part. So we'll see how it goes. I hope it works, because this is pretty cool. I've never found one of these in the wild, and it came with the PS1 as well. And then 2 games we got for the original Game Boy: Harvest Moon, which that's a really good one to find. And then Tom and Jerry in Infernal Escape for the Game Boy Advance. $10 for that, so really good deal. Next, I paid $45 for this bundle. First off, we have a PS2 Slim, the silver one, and inside it has a Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. This came with cables and one controller, not the matching controller, and then a stack of games. Okay, so first off, we got some disc-only games. Def Jam
Fight for NY, and Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. We have some Sega Genesis games. First, the Terminator. And then this one, I didn't know that this one was a little up there in value. I just got it because it looked really cool. What is that? Jerry Glanville. I don't know how it's in weird cursive writing. It's hard to read. Pigskin Foot Brawl. So pretty cool. It's just the case and the game. But, I mean, the back, it just looks pretty sweet, like Mutant League or something. So, the case is kind of messed up. I'll probably transfer the case to a double that I have. But, pretty nice. So, those were the only Sega games. He said he had, you know, a Sega Genesis, and I was like, oh, you have games? And he only had those two. But, you know, I picked them both up. Okay, let's see here. Then we've got a PS2. This one's pretty cool. This is the Metal Gear Solid The Essential Collection. So it's got all three in there. Pretty sweet on that one. And we got an Xbox 360 game. Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. Wii game. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So that one's pretty cool. Minty too. Like, never even been touched. And then 3 PS3 games. This is the best one. The Orange Box. It's actually kind of valuable, so definitely going to throw that in the collection. I got rid of the last one I had. I traded it away, so I'm just going to keep this one. Mobile Suit Gundam Crossfire. And then this one just looked cool. Haze. So pretty sweet. I paid $45 for all of that stuff, so pretty happy with that deal. I think that was it. Yeah, there wasn't, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot today, but still some good stuff. You know, I'm happy that I found some of this stuff. I'm really excited about the PS1 screen. You know, play some PS1 in bed. That'd be kind of cool. So, yeah, that is everything for Swap Meets. So I thought it was a pretty good week. I mean, finding anything is a good week. So I'm happy with it. And again, a reminder, definitely come and check out the Pixel Vault Games trade event. That's the end of the month, last Sunday of the month. I believe that's the 28th. 501 Hope Boulevard in Ontario, California. And just come check it out. You know, I'm going to be there. A bunch of other, you know, friends that I know are going to be there. Going to be a lot of great games. You know, come out and do some trading, some buying, some selling. You know, it's going to be a fun time. There's going to be food. And just, you know, friends. Everybody's going to be hanging out, and it's going to be a nice time. So definitely come check that out. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you guys next time.